Hey guys, what's up? We are 1101. We're carrying on with our rating climb. An opponent is high rated 1103. Okay, what are we gonna get? Right, the Leonardis variation. So what I play here is the reversed King's Gambit. It fits in with the Kruger repertoire. Okay, Queen E2, what the hell? The huh? Excuse me. This is odd. I mean, my knight's a couple of jumps away from there. There is a potential check here. I think I should probably just play knight f6 anyway. It's still inviting white to capture here. Okay, so now I can grab the center. Notice this pawn is undefended, so I think knight c6 first. So we've gambited a pawn. Okay, you attack my knight. Whatever. I can do this. So the knight's currently pinned on the queen, right? Question is, where does this bishop belong? Or do I go in and attack the queen actually and fork this as well? So let's sort of think about this. Okay, and if you take, I'll just recapture the queen, that's fine. No, it hangs this pawn, doesn't it? So I'm thinking about ideas like this. d6 to defend the pawn. d6 to defend the pawn, and then I might just recapture the pawn here. Then I have the two central pawns against white's one central pawn. Okay. Well, I think queen takes. We always have to be careful of this. If pawn takes here and queen in, I have to move my king. Queen in now, I might still move my king. Okay. Well, now I can just recapture this pawn. Now if the queen comes to h5, I can drop my bishop back to g6, which is pretty useful. And now I'm liking my position. Opponent is from Tunisia. Alright, so long castles seems good. Here, he's got two defenders. I would like to get my bishop out. Is h6 a good square for that bishop? Opponent's also maybe squaring up to long castle, but I don't know now. That's a bit of a funny move. Or I can just push up. Let's castle. Let's get the rook in the center, and then just principles say, break on through. Break on through to the other side. Okay, are you looking to castle there? In which case, I might be thinking about this. Oops, bishop here. Yeah, there. I don't want to block the bishop with my pawn, so I think bishop h6. The queen goes back. What nonsense is this? Attack there, he's got two. Right, I'm going to develop the bishop and it's just more control, you know. This is not good. Look at white's position. 10 moves in. Okay, rook fe8. Sorry, rook he8. I'm also thinking about this. If pawn takes. No, this can't be good for white. And now he's just scrabbling, isn't he? Now do we go in? I think you have to, right? It's one of these strike while the iron is hot. The only question is, do I want to take out that knight first? Take out this knight. The other knight might replace. And e4. If I do this now, takes. I think keep the bishop. Okay. Now this bishop is pinned. He can castle. He does. Right, if I double the rooks, I'm threatening this bishop. He's got rook e1. Feels like that exchange there didn't really benefit me. So it's pretty equal position. We've got opposite coloured bishops, opposite side castles. So I do want to get these pawns up the board. My bishop's kind of in the way. This is definitely an idea. Get that rook over. Okay, attacks my rook. And the pawn back here, actually. So I think I will just drop back. There's no point giving up the pawn for nothing right now. So my important pieces are on dark squares now. And he's gone backwards again. He's defending that. Alright, Woody. Woody, give over. Woody, stop it. I feel like bringing my knight into play. Woody, stop it. It's annoying. I want to take out the bishop. I feel like I really should have punished my opponent more than I have done. Right. Again, he's just hunkering down, isn't he? There he's got actually 4 pieces on that. This bishop needs to improve its circumstances. Let's get him out of the way. Okay, let's check. If I take, he can take back with a knight. Just going to move out of check right now. A mistake will be made at some point. Okay, that pawn is now undefended. If I take, knight takes, I win this pawn. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, win the pawn. Got to move the queen anyway, because she's on prise, so... Alright. Knight can't go there. I think it is time to push up. Goes there. Okay. Might double rooks. Bishop here is not a bad idea. Where do my rooks want to be? Thinking about this. I guess in line with the king is the traditional place. This is also quite good. It blocks the open file. Oh, is he thinking about this? We don't want to allow that, do we? So do I come back here? Do I try and trade the queens off? This is a thought. I mean, I'm only a pawn up at this point, but let's see. Let's see what White wants to do. Could even sack the exchange here to get that pawn and open up the king. Okay. Now I can choose to trade queens if I want. Queen defends this, so does rook. He's attacking this. He's also double attacking my queen, so queen's got to move. The question is, well, okay, so now that forces the trade, I think, actually, because he has to recapture, and now I can move my rook. Okay, my rook wants to go here. If he takes that, I simply recapture. I have a slightly better pawns because I'm one pawn up, and this is a passed pawn. So the basic idea is going to be just shoving the d pawn up the board. Activate my king a bit. Get both of my rooks good. Maybe try and target these guys. Okay, he's retreated yet again. Alright. I don't know why am I thinking of that move? Okay, let's stick both of my rooks here. Keep them together. That pawn's undefended. That attacks. Okay, that's now defended. I have this. The rook can't defend it. What are you going to do? I can't come back there yet. Okay, defends with the rook. Two defenders there, two attackers. Let's bring the king up. It's just a matter of not making mistakes. Keep not making mistakes. Okay, that doesn't work. Bring the king up again. Okay, attacks my bishop. And I can't go there, by the way, because knight takes, his pawn's pinned. It's got to be one of these squares, hasn't it? I can't go there, thankfully. Maybe I shouldn't have my king in line with this rook. Okay. All right, again. What are you doing? I attack the knight and both of these pawns that are also undefended. So I think he needs to defend the knight, really. You can't go there with check or there with check. I take. His game has been littered with these kind of backwards moves. Problem is, this rook can't come and defend the knight because it would leave this pawn under-defended. There's the benefit of having your rooks lined up. So it's a good general thing just to think about, can you tie your opponent's pieces down? Well, right now, this is tied down, and he's got a problem. Major problem now. He can't defend with this or this, again, because of my bishop. What's he going to do? Well, that drops the pawn, doesn't it? Yep, so now we're 2 pawns up. We've got a 2-on-2 there on the king side. We have a 4-on-2 on the queen side. Okay, I'd love to do this move. There. What can we force off? I'm not too concerned about these pawns. It's 2-on-4. Attack the knight. No. I'd love to do this. I can't do that now because that pawn is required for defense. Can't go there. Okay, I think I'm just going to drop back here for now. Yeah, just checking for knight checks. Knight's a sneaky little buggers, you got to watch out for them. But we are 2 pawns up. Okay, capture towards the centre. Threatens that. So yeah, again, that rook's tied to this. Also kind of tied to the back rank. If I push. Or just this. Let's push. Notice this pawn isn't pinned anymore here. We've got an open H-file. This could be good. I can also now put my bishop here, which is where I wanted to put it. That's a check. There's a potential block on E3. I like this. There. I think he's probably going to block with a knight. If he does, I could just consider trading it off. Because I do still have this 2-pawn majority on the queen side. 2 pawns out, there we go. Okay, but now he's pinned his knight as well. So another thought is simply just to throw everything at the knight. So for example, this or this. Right, it's defended once. So rook here, he can defend like that. Then rook here, and he has to bring his king in to defend. Rook here, king comes in. It's all 3 defenders, okay. If I take... I don't know, maybe I should come after this pawn. Not the easiest thing in the world. Here. He's got 2 attackers on this, but he hasn't right now because of the knight's pinned. So I think we maintain the pin. I'm not scared of the knight, it can't move. Okay, now the knight can move. And now I think what we do is we probably trade off and win the other pawn. Just think. I can take the pawn now. The knight's no longer pinned. No, I think we just trade. I think we just trade off. Depending on which rook takes. Okay, that one. So I can just now win the pawn. That's what I have to do. Okay. Now I'd like to hang on to this pawn. This is the only way you can really win, is to promote this pawn. Right, so it's going to be a foot race now, but I am 3 pawns up. 3 whole pawns, okay. I have a check. Forces the king back here. Then that's a thought. The only legal moves are blocks and king h2. Here, threatens mate. Actually, if rook takes pawn now, it's not mate. That was a bit silly. Right. That was miscalculated Hunstable. Okay. Opponent's on over 16 minutes. So I just need to be accurate now. So this pawn is his only hope, and it's a long shot for sure. Okay. I feel like I should be defending my pawns, but right, kind of happy. If I can trade off any rooks, I will. This is okay. Okay, attacker on there. Let's defend the pawn. No point in taking any risks here. This rook's going to move. Okay. I have a check. King might come in. I'm going to just keep pushing. That should be my default. Okay, in comes the king. Monday morning, definitely not my most sparkling. If I come here, rook has to defend the pawn. Oh, no, it can jump to g4 actually. Something about this move is calling out to me. That's quite good as well. Just need to make sure my king is completely safe. Chucking a check. Now these pawns can just move up as a group. Nice having my rooks together here. This can force a trade of rooks, yes. King has to go there or there. Okay. Fewer pieces on the board, the better. This, he's got that. Let's get a rook off. Okay, I'm going to start pushing with my pawns now. He may do the same. There we go. Right, this, and if he trades, Hang on, I take rook, he takes rook, I take pawn. What am I thinking? You have to take here, because otherwise I just drop my rook back and defend the promotion square. I think that was a losing move. So this counterattack, just not enough. I think he can resign now. It's actually, there's no way for his king to stop the b pawn from promoting. This is the square. The king is not in the square. The king can't get in the square. He can promote if I just leave him, but there's no point. All right, he's lost anyway. He's lost anyway. What are you going to do? Are you going to resign? No, he's going to use all of his 15 minutes. But it's completely hopeless. Even if I let him take, I push. He comes back here. I push again. He comes here. King d7. are you doing? You have to take the rook. If you push the pawn, I just take it. Okay, I think he's stalled. I have to fast forward this bit. So he had 1 minute 17 think, and then other than that 23 seconds is his longest think. So I think he's kind of left the game here, unfortunately. But we will have a look at the review anyway. So the pawn majority did come to bear fruit in the end. And it really does come down to, what do I have to do to get the best possible result here, and what does my opponent have to do to get the best possible result? And I think just allowing the rook to come off is just, well, it's curtains for white here. Right, looks like he's abandoned, so we might have to wait a couple of minutes. Okay, and finally he's resigned, he's figured it out. Okay, so let's grab the PGN and have a look at the analysis. Okay, so bringing this in, and really what I do strongly recommend everyone do is, after you play a rapid game, is to go over the game yourself first. Don't go straight into the engine, and try and figure out why was the game won and lost. Okay, so I think we had the black pieces. Okay, so this Leonardis variation, it's already equalized, by the way, for black. The computer says you can bring out either knight, and the other move is h6, which is an interesting one. I played this, which it's not going to approve of. E takes f5, top move. This again, equalized. So it's a very kind of, I don't know, it's an unusual move, this one. Blocking in his bishop. He's also taking a square away from this knight. He's defending the pawn with his most important piece. He's just failing to develop any minor pieces. Okay, still it should take. Okay, now d5 it says. d5 or bishop e7 or knight c6. I'll play knight c6. Bishop e7 is fine. And d5, obviously grabbing as much of the center as you can. I play d6, which is the second. Right, no, it's not now. All right, can't make up its mind. h6, d5, d6. It likes them all. They're all about the same. Okay. Takes and queen takes. Now black is slightly better. Why? Because I've got two central pawns, I've got a knight developed, and I've also got my queen who isn't in a stupid place. Alright, and there we can grab our pawn back. Now, the computer is saying knight c3 should have been played. This move is a bit odd. Alright, now d5 again, or castles. Okay. So you can see how after, what is this, move 9. So at this point, both sides can actually, theoretically, have completed development and connected their rooks. White, however, is a long way behind. Is he ever going to castle this side? Well, we know he doesn't. And to castle kingside, well, he hasn't developed anything on that side of the board. That's why it matters. Okay, what's the computer saying here? d5 again, it really wants me to push up the center. I decided to try and activate my bishop. Queen goes back. Now d5 again it wants. Or king b8. And now he develops. It's -2 now. Again d5. It really wants me to just punch through the center. Absolutely. You're probably right, Trishy. Okay, so I centralize here. Bishop e2 is the best move. And now I go in for the center. And now it doesn't like it. It still says d5. Or king b8, or bishop f4. So d5 to prepare this, right? So it's saying this is premature. And like I said in the game, after this flurry of exchanges, it didn't feel like I came out any better. And in fact, I wasn't. My advantage here has gone. So it's -1.7-ish for black here. After this, it's evens. Everyone dies. And now, after castles, it's an equal position. Right, so what did I miss there? That's the key thing. It says push here. Okay, so let's say, what would they do? Let's say they castle, okay? And now it's e4, and now it's e4, and it's minus 1.6 again. Reason is because my first recapture can be with a pawn, pinning this knight to the queen. Okay, it's now saying you should retreat the knight. If he plays knight d4, we can take. He's got doubled isolated queen's pawns there. And this is all good, and I can threaten to capture on here, taking advantage of the pin pawn. So yeah, I think that's kind of the story of the. I mean, this is my big one. This move was my error in the game. Right, lots of trading off, and my advantage is gone. I've allowed my opponent to castle. I've got nothing to show for it, right? Yeah, okay. So then, just trying not to lose my stuff, improve my knight. Still completely balanced position. It's saying this is a draw all day. All right, black has the slightest edge now. Now it says knight takes g4, I should take the bishop. I do. Win the pawn. And these pawns matter, you know. So I'm down one pawn on the king side, but I have 2 pawn advantage here on the queen side. Okay, so try and trade off queens. Oh, hung a pawn here. And he fails to see that. I think I have to trade here. Yeah, I have to trade queens. And then again he retreats. Kind of a timid aspect to his play, I think. Doubling up. And this is, you know, it's a small advantage, but it's all you need. Right, it's just a matter of not making mistakes now, activating my king. Just save everything. Now it's -2 again. And I get the other pawn. So rook 2 to f4. Yep, that's one of the top moves. -2.5. It's just a case of grinding away. And now it's -5. Bishop d4 check. Yep. There, it's actually saying, okay, rook e4 or rook e8 are the top moves. Yeah. Well, I think we played both of those moves. No, I played this one. Okay. So yeah, it's a rook e5. Rook e5 is the top move. So hang on, rook f to e4 now. It still wants me to double up. Rook h5 check is the second one. That would force the king back here. Didn't even consider that. But anyway, so I do this. Decide to simplify. Yeah. And this was my mistake, wasn't it? Because I lost the pawn there. But it all comes down to this: the imbalance of pawns. Right, everything else is kind of equal. My king has more shelter because it can dodge behind these guys. His king's a bit more out in the open. And yeah, just pushing now. Double, yeah, keep the rooks paired up. Simplify. And that was the end of the game. Because I take that and it's, yeah, mate will come. It says mate 19 is the longest that white can string it out with good play. So, you know, job done, really. That's the story of it. You don't have to do anything spectacular or glamorous to win a game of chess. This is just one way of doing it. And yeah, got the result. So there you go. Hope that was useful for one or two of you out there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.